Yeah, yeah, you're on it. We blend into the chairs.
Chair. Record it now. You have to get this natural chemistry. We can just,
It is recording.
It is right now?
But I didn't do that.
I can't see because I took my glasses off. I see a big red thing up there.
Yep, that would be like the counter. But I need to see if we need to do a test to see that.
It's a test.
Okay. Oh,
Wait,
so good thing. Oh my gosh.
okay, I'm green. We're good.
But are we?
They can hear me breathe now. I wrote the questions that we talked about
Okay.
before.
So now it's weird. Now
you just made it weird.
because the camera's on and it's official.
It's been on,
that
but
would
you
be-
didn't know it. The camera's not on. It's not on at all. You're not being recorded.
This is how we normally sit and chat.
It's exactly super stiff. This is exactly what we do. No, it's not. Put your legs up. Where your shoes are off, you can get comfy. Hi, I'm Carolyn. I'm from Infinite Quantum Healing.
And my name is Tina.
Jesus Christ. So we're going to talk about
Stuff.
yes, the awkwardness and how difficult some awakening and ascension symptoms are. And because we're experiencing them too, and we're going through some pretty crazy shifts. And so we're like, well, why not just share it with the world? Because why not? Right?
You're probably going through it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heard.
So yeah, I'm Tina from Radiant Healing. I have a downtown office here in Sparta, Tennessee.
Sparta.
I am Sparta.
You are Sparta. Badass bitch. I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee, but I don't have an actual location. All my stuff is digital. And so you can find me on the website. We're going to link it down in the description below.
She's going to link it.
I will link it. Clearly, as I'm doing it. All right. So what were we talking about before we made the trip all the way here?
All 5 minutes away.
Super far.
Oh my gosh. Wow. We were talking about a lot.
Everything. It's been a busy week. So we've had there's like 2 eclipses this month. We've already experienced one and it literally like dropped us emotionally. Like there's a lot going on. So I thought we could talk about that. There's another eclipse, by the way, at the end of the month.
The 27th of August, there's going to be a partial, is it a solar or lunar eclipse? It's a lunar eclipse. And isn't it supposed to be like a red moon or something like that? The pictures looked red. I don't know if that actually means that. It's going to be red.
It was like an AI. Solely a red moon. And there was Lionsgate, which I didn't actually mess with or even tap into. Normally, it's like a yearly, you go in the Lionsgate, there's all these meditations on YouTube you can do. You do all this stuff. And I didn't even mess with that this year. Did you do any Lionsgate?
So
anything
to talk about what Lionsgate is for anybody who wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
So there was like a 2-week period of time that's considered the Lionsgate.
8/8.
8/8.
The 8/8 portal.
So and during that time, it's supposed to be a time of abundance, right? I don't know a whole lot about this stuff. This is just various things that I've picked up from Facebook because Facebook is all knowledge, and just saying that it's a good period for manifestation. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep. Yeah, August 8th. So the 8/8 is from August 8th. So it begins on usually a few days before August 8th and it goes up to a week after. And it is an entire energetic shift that has to do with going into Leo, like the Leo season and the Leo constellation, and just what Leo does and what it can bring, which is kind of a performative openness where you get to bring in money and abundance and just this beautiful golden incredible, just kind of authentic, real energy. And so it's a great time to manifest because the energy will work with you. It's like it wants you to, but I don't.
Well, since that's past, we're screwed.
Oh yeah, you're done for. Too late.
Yeah, no, but so that has passed. But
did you do anything for that window?
Well, I've been kind of meditating lately on gratitude anyways, so technically you can say that I did something with
if you did it during
that period, I was, and when you think about gratitude and stuff like that, things will generally manifest for you anyways.
Oh yeah.
Just being in that kind of gratitude mindset really draws things to you when you're open and grateful for the things that you receive. So
100%,
yes,
100%.
Technically I did do things during Lionsgate.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I slept on it.
Yeah.
Completely. I don't know. I think it's just the energy this month has been so powerful. At least I have felt like I've been emotionally kind of like wrung out. Where's the camera?
Is
it on the front?
On the left side.
Okay, I'm just probably looking at it cross-eyed. I don't know where it's at. Sorry.
It's like you looking like over here.
I am, because I'm not used to your phone. So, okay. Sorry, whatever. So no, I completely slept on the whole Lionsgate manifestation thing. I mean, I'm generally grateful day to day I have this mindset where everything will work out to my advantage. Like everything, no matter what it is. Even if it presents as something kind of shitty, eventually, it usually always ends up working out. It always ends up working out. And so I've been stepping into that more. Maybe I did do it during Lionsgate. So then,
fingers crossed.
I mean, pretty big. But yeah, I think I didn't do anything. I just kind of was like, meh. It's been a big month.
It has been a big month, and we actually were talking a lot off camera, which was unfortunate because we should have recorded it.
We should have always recorded it. We never do.
August in general has been kind of heavy. It's been feeling really heavy. Carrie has been going through a lot. I've been going through some stuff, so we want to kind of talk about that a little bit because you've probably been going through it too. So it's nice to know that other people are kind of going through similar experiences, and we'll talk a little bit about how to kind of work out of those experiences as best we can. We are not perfect.
No, but now I would love to know what you have been experiencing, because to me, like, lots of old stuff has been coming up, and so we don't want to be alone, and I know we're not alone. So you can share down in the comments, like, what have you been experiencing? Like, if something old that you thought you dealt with coming back up for you this month, because it has for me, like, just like glaring its ugly little head when I thought it was done with, and things just, energetically speaking, there's layers like an onion to most of these things, and so you go through some of the top layers, and you're like, oh, I'm good. You're not, because there's more. And as you kind of shift and as you go into different energetic spheres and spaces, you find the other layers that were kind of hidden, and it comes back up. You're like, oh crap, I got to deal with this again, but a little bit differently because you're finding a different version of it. I could talk all day about this. All I'm saying is that old stuff's been coming back up. So I would love to know, like, for you, what's been coming up too, so that we don't feel so alone. So
if we were to like summarize some of the things that we've been going through. I know you said old stuff was coming up.
Old relationship stuff.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So
relationships.
Being a little bit more specific is relationship attachments, energies, and, you want to talk about that at all?
I mean, I think it's just the layers of them. Like, if it was an older relationship that, with someone who really may not have been a really good fit with, but there are aspects of that relationship that were like really good. And you focus on the really good moments, you forget all of the other kind of shitty moments, and then you lose sight of the reason you're not with that person anymore. And so you kind of fall into this glorified fantasy of who they were, and then you miss them, and then it gets really confusing because you're tapping into these old emotions that are kind of coming back up when that may have been 6 months ago or a year or 2 years ago, when you've actually grown past that. But you're tapping into an older version of you and how you felt at the time. And it's confusing separating who you are now from who you were when you stored that emotion, wherever it is. And then that one stored emotion's coming back. I hope this makes sense. But
it makes sense to me.
I mean, this isn't how I process stuff. And so, like, this old stored emotion is somewhere, and then you just stumble upon it because the energies of the universe are like, it's time.
That's right.
So you find it again, and you're like, oh, that's still there. And then you have to kind of reprocess things. And so it's been relationships have been the biggest thing. Well, really, I think in my life, relationships have been a constant theme of staying who you are. Staying authentic within a relationship has always been a struggle. That's been coming up too. So it's just been relationship focused for me this whole month.
Yeah, so been pretty heavy for Carrie. How would you say that you have worked through some of these things? I know you said that you felt a lot of it. So you obviously went through a feeling period that probably was pretty unpleasant. But you also had some realizations. Like,
always.
So if you want to share any of those, I say this because we actually already kind of talked about this. Normally, this would be a much more just open conversation about some of the things that we went through, but we talked about it a little bit, so I kind of know what she went through, but I'd like for her to, if you're comfortable.
Sure, I won't be able to even recreate what we talked about.
I know, it's unfortunate.
I'm probably going to go completely out in the left field, but it's like, I observe it. And so if I'm feeling something that makes me feel really uncomfortable, I have to sit down and sit with it and like look at it and spend time with it because I don't want it to be there. And I'm the type of person that if it's going to get into kind of what I'm doing in my day, if it's going to like stop me for what I'm doing or act like some sort of barrier,
interference.
It needs to be addressed like stat. Like I got to look at it. Like, what is this? Where is this coming from? Where did this start? And, I mean, something did prompt these emotions to come up. I'm not really going to go into it, but it's like an older relationship that just, people move on. And then when they move on, you're like, oh, they moved on. Oh shit. I have not moved on. I thought I did those things. And it's just like, but why? And so I like to dig into things. I personally like to dig into them so I can move on and just let it be done with. And so I did that. I sat and I let the emotions come up and they were ugly and I saw them and I just let them be free. I guess I painted, I cried. It was a mess, but it was eye-opening because I didn't know I felt that strongly anymore. Like I thought the emotions had passed.
So it was surprising to you.
Yeah. I mean, I was mad about it.
Yes.
I was really pissed off because I was like, these should not be here.
Right.
I have addressed this. We have covered this. I have moved on. And my body's like, no, you're holding on to things still. And as I'm ready to move on and do my own stuff, either, personally and then go into different relationships, and I was still storing and holding on things within my heart space that I was completely blind to. And I had just covered them up and rolled on, and then they were ready to be seen. The stuff will come up
definitely
when it's time to be addressed. It just naturally bubbles up, and like the universe will support these things to come up because it's time to let them go. Like you've sat on them long enough. Now you're ready to look at it and let it go. And so you got to naturally let it come up.
Well, and what happened too here is that you actually had realizations like, oh, I understand a lot more about how this all played out. And I don't know, I think it just kind of helped you be able to let it go a little bit easier because you realized it for what it actually was.
Yeah.
Yeah, without going into detail because I know it's personal, but it's like you saw it for what it was and that brought, clarity. Yeah. So you got a lot of clarity from that. And from that clarity, you were able to be like, oh, okay.
Very much so. Very much so. And I think it's funny how you can fall in love with a fantasy of something or someone, and it was never really that thing or person to begin with. It was what we created in our mind. And we're like, oh, this person's fantastic because they're not real. And I have made them into this thing that is wonderful. And I love this thing I have created. And it's nothing like who they really are. So it's realizing that, which is it's shocking. It really is when you step back and go, oh, and you really do them a disservice. And I feel kind of bad. I actually felt guilty for a while.
Yeah.
And because you don't see them for who they are. You saw them for who you wanted them to be. Fell in love with the fantasy of this person or thing, whatever it is. And it's crazy when things just unravel almost right in front of you and you can actually process stuff. And this month is good for processing.
It's been a month of processing.
How about you?
Well, and I do want to add too, these relationships things, it doesn't have to be a relationship with an ex. It can also be a job relationship, any kind of relationship, a friend, anything like that.
Anything.
That can be brought up. So it just for you just happened to be.
Mine was relationship. But yeah, it could be even like an old hobby, something that you loved, or a parent or a kid or, anything.
So a lot of things were coming up. So for me this month, and actually more so in the last couple of weeks, it's just been feelings of doubt, negativity. And I don't mean like I'm calling myself like negative things. It's just I'm feeling negative things like, what am I doing? Am I doing the right things? None of this makes sense. I don't care about this anymore, which, and the thing is, I don't actually feel that way. And that's the frustrating part. And I know that we talked about this a lot already, but it's like, well, not in this video. Off screen, which again, kind of beating myself up for. You were right. We should have recorded it. But it's like, I love what I do. I love my job. I love helping people.
Which is?
I'm a Reiki practitioner.
She's a fantastic one, by the way. Freakishly good Reiki practitioner. It's like walks into a room and people are like,
Thank you.
Natural.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, and it's natural for everybody to have doubts. I mean, I know everybody goes through them, but man, some days it's just really bad. And you're questioning everything that you're doing. Like, am I even making a difference? And it's just like,
why am I here?
Yes, and you go down this awful path, and and the thing is, I knew. I don't actually feel these things. So something was bubbling up, and I honestly haven't figured out why those feelings have been coming up lately. Some of it's maybe fear of success, or just doubting that just I have this ability to help people.
You built this. Like you built this thing.
I did.
Which is crazy because like you built a business, and like in our family, like that's a new prospect. Like we don't build things. We don't do businesses. No. We sit around and we complain about life. Like that's just how we and then we laugh about it, and then we continue being unhappy. Like that's our family. Up until this generation, where we are now shifting and changing everything. And you, the first business owner with a brick and mortar place, doing your own thing, which is amazing.
Thank you.
But you're also the very first person. And it's like you have nothing to guide you. It's completely blank and new. It's all brand new. And so you're like alone out there. That's normal. Like that self-doubt that comes in because you have no one like saying, here, let me guide you.
Right.
You're literally winging it on your own. That's completely, I would think that would be normal to just be like lost in this blindingly white snowscape with no steps to follow. It's just you.
It is hard. And it's been hard. And, it doesn't happen all the time. It just, it kind of comes and goes. And at random times, really, it's like, but August in particular has just kind of felt heavy in general. Last week, was really heavy. Like I remember leaving.
Last week sucked.
It did. I was leaving my house,
bad.
and I was so grumpy. And I'm like, why am I so grumpy? I was mad at everybody.
Those sensitive people out there, we were all just,
Okay, everybody was driving slow. Like nobody was in a hurry. I wasn't even in a hurry, but when you're driving 20 miles an hour.
How inconsiderate. I
have places to be. So
how could they?
I was so grumpy. And I'm like, where is this grumpiness coming from? I don't know. So I think there are some days where just the collective energy in general is just heavy, and it affects us all the time. So it was affecting me, and it has been affecting me. So thinking about, not wanting to just sit here and complain, but like, how do I turn that around? And what did I do to turn that around? Well,
what did you do?
What did I do?
did it just naturally pass? Like, because the energy going on around us has been pretty crazy.
No, I wallowed. Okay, I did. I wallowed for a little bit.
I'll admit it. I wallowed.
I did. And you know what? Sometimes it's okay. I will say that because it's
feel it.
It's one. It's okay to wallow a little bit. Two, sometimes it's exhausting to really get yourself out of that. Like you're like, it's easier to sit here and wallow than it is to actually make the effort to get out of it.
It's like the forced positivity.
Yeah, it's like
I ain't got the energy. I'm not happy, and I'm going to say it out. I'm not happy. I'm going to put sweatpants on, and I'm going to mope around. Give myself a day. And you mope, and then you're like, okay. Maybe.
Normally, though, when I do that, I'll look back and I'll be like, well, what a waste of time. But whatever, I allowed myself to wallow. But then it's like, all right, I'm done. I'm not going to wallow anymore. I had to actually make a shift myself. And that's not
How did you do
easy.
That? Yeah.
It's like, well, first, while I'm wallowing, I know what I'm doing. It's like,
you're wallowing while you're wallowing.
I'm aware of it. It's like, I'm wallowing, and I don't really think I should be doing this, but I don't really care. So the awareness kind of sucks too.
Well, but why? So, that's an... So the word should. So why do you think you're not allowed to wallow and not allowed to feel and to be in that place? So what comes up for you while you're doing that? It's
not that I don't feel like I'm allowed to, because I know that I am. Yeah. We all have the right to wallow. It's just, awareness is frustrating sometimes, because it's like, okay, what is the ways to get out of doing something. You're like, oh, my mind's going here. I know how to shift this. Oh, I'm feeling this way. I know how to shift this. Oh, this is going this way. I know how to shift this. But, and then there's the days where you don't shift it and you're like, I know how to do it. I know how to get myself out of this, and I don't do it. So maybe should isn't the right word, but it's like, what you can do and what you're capable of to get out of this situation. Sure. And you choose not to. And then you're aware that you're choosing not to. And sometimes you feel guilty for that afterwards. Okay, not sometimes.
And then you go and just go into this.
Yes. So this constant circle. So how do you get out of it? Is the question. And for everybody, it's going to be different. And like the way that you get out of it is going to be different than the way that I get out of it. And for me, it's going to be different every single time as well. But part of it was just my son made me laugh and I felt better. And some of it's like
laughter.
I
mean,
it's like
snatch you out.
Yeah, it's like and it was like, oh, I can be happy.
Oh wait, I like laughing. This is great. I don't need sweatpants anymore. No, I'm laughing.
Like, okay. This is great.
So silly. It's so simple. It's like, oh, I can go outside in the sun now. I'm laughing.
Yeah, and everything changes. But it's also like, okay, now I'm just going to start redirecting my thoughts. And that's not always easy to do sometimes. But, especially when you're deep in the wallow, it's like, I don't even, that doesn't even occur to you. But it's just shifting your thoughts and realizing, okay, one, this isn't me. These thoughts aren't mine.
Yeah.
But where did they come from?
But it's cool that like someone outside of you came in and broke a bit of a pattern.
They did.
They broke it up. It's like you were on this path and they're like, no. And
right.
Sometimes, and there's no shame in allowing something from the outside to come in and help you out. If you can't get yourself out or you're just kind of naturally in this state, like I would love for someone to just drag me out of the house most of the time. I want someone to just come over, slap me around, like you're going to get up and you're going to go outside and you're going to have fun.
Yes.
And I'll be like, okay, I'm going to go outside and have fun because you said so. And then they get me dressed because I can't do it myself.
No, of course not.
And then they grab my hand and they pull me outside into the sunshine and then they go buy me coffee and then we go for a hike.
Well, see, and I was thinking, it's like, I could just call my sister. She would pull me out. But you know what?
Jen would pull you out. Jen's far, we're off wall.
Yes.
Jen's close. She could do it.
Yeah. Well, even on the phone, just you making me laugh. But you know why we don't do it? Is because sometimes we feel like we deserve to be in this state.
Well, I don't want anyone else to join me in my state. And I feel like I would be a burden if I called and let anyone know I'm having a bad day. And then I would feel like it's your responsibility to now cheer me up. And I don't want to put that on somebody else. I want them to take the initiative to come and find me and pull me out of my hole. So versus me, I'm not going to ask for it.
You know that she needs it.
You have to read. Read the energy.
Yes.
Carolyn feels off.
Carolyn needs my help. Let me come and save her.
And you come and you pull me out. And you're like, that, done. But I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to ask for help.
And she doesn't. No, she goes quiet for weeks at a time. Because she'd rather sit in her own suffering.
Process it.
Yeah.
I do a hell of a lot of processing.
She does. So there's the big difference between me and my sister. She goes deep.
I can't
into
not.
It. Like she calls me after she comes right back out.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm like, how do you do this? I'm not the same person. So Carolyn goes, you go deep into the emotional bits of it. Like
I find the source.
Yes, and for her that works really well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't process things the same way. So I'm only bringing this up because not everybody processes things the same way. I don't get into it like that. I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm out.
No, I might come back in 7 days and we'll talk about it. And then I go in and I meditate and then but I have to push people out because all of my energy will go into figuring out, it goes into introspection. And so then I start unpeeling my own layers and I go into past moments and I go back in time and it's deep and it takes a long time, but I don't have the time for anyone else or even the energy. And so I go dark but I always come back. And it's always because I'm working on something.
Yeah.
But I always come back to the surface lighter.
Yes.
Or different or more awakened or something happened. I'm like, oh, I see myself differently now. So I always come back different. I always come out different.
And for me, it's completely different. I do go through periods of darkness, but I'm not reliving or feeling into the experience like she does. Like when she calls me and tells me some of the things that, oh, Tina, I've been crying and all this other stuff, and it's been really heavy. I'm like, oh man, I feel so bad for you. But she always comes out much lighter on the other side. Yeah. I don't experience things the same way. Mine's like, oh, okay, yep.
I refeel all of it.
Yeah, I don't. And, if you're the same way as me, that's great. If you're the same as her, that's great. Everybody processes things the way that they need to process them, and that's perfect for who you are. So don't ever think that you have to dig deep.
Mm-mm.
But if it works for you, do it. Know that you don't have to, though.
No, yeah, nothing. And I wish I didn't.
Yeah, I wish you didn't have to either, because when
like,
it's quiet.
Like when you don't have to. Honestly, you don't really have to re-feel things to heal from them. Like you don't. Like it's an awareness. As long as you're aware of it, you can process it. Like you really don't have to like go back into that memory and re-feel everything. I go into it, I re-feel it, and then I shift how I felt. So like if you felt betrayed, I go back into it, I feel the betrayal, and then I go, well, wait. But this ended up working for me in the long run. So then I take that betrayal and I switch it to appreciation and gratitude. And then that version of me that was betrayed ends up skipping out of that memory feeling great. And then that memory is not painful anymore because I literally shifted the entire frequency of the memory. But I go deep to do so. And this is every single thing in my life that I was storing that was painful. I go back into it and I relive it, and it's like transmute it.
Yeah.
Or you re-alchemize it in a way. So you just change the frequency of the entire memory and the people in it. And so that's where I go. And it could be a couple of things, because it'll start with one, and then one else will come up, and then another one will come up. And then so a few days turns into like 3 months for people that don't know what I'm even doing. Because I go really far inside, but I always come back. And I'm sorry, I kind of disappear when I do. I disappear.
It's fine, because I'll talk to Jen. Jen's our other sister. I'll be like, I haven't heard from Carolyn. Have you? And she'll be like, no. I'll be like, she's probably going through something. So we'll leave it.
Yeah. I love you guys for that.
Yeah, so we understand, and Carolyn will always come back. But if it's been a while, we'll usually reach out. Just be, are you still alive?
Yes. I appreciate the check on. I appreciate that.
But yeah, and then for me, I think of the situation, but I think of it more of like, okay, what was my role? Because there's always, almost always, I won't say always, because there are situations you don't have any control over sometimes.
Yeah.
But usually I'll be like, okay, because I'm in a much better place now than I was then. So when I look back on these things, I can look at it more as an observer, not as living
like
in
no
that
judgment
experience.
observer.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Okay.
Little judgment.
Okay, I try. Okay, I try. But it's like I can look back at it and be like, I become aware all of a sudden of, well, I chose this, I did this. And I don't mean that in like I'm blaming myself. It's more of like a realization. It's like, this is something that I chose to be in, or a situation I chose to stay in, or a relationship.
Or I did that.
Yes.
Thing.
But, and it's like, so this was my contribution to this. Not saying the other person didn't have their own contributions.
Takes more than one. I mean.
Yeah, or a lot.
Yeah, we always have a part somehow.
Yeah, usually. And it's like, but it's more of like learning about myself, and, so I don't do those things again. It's like, oh, okay, I understand my role.
Huge,
it is actually
by the way.
Huge. It is, because it's actually, I'm hoping I haven't had to test this theory because I haven't been in other relationships, but the goal is to be able to think differently going into other relationships or other situations, not just relationships. But yeah, it's and then understanding what I learned from that, and that's really big. And realizing that I might have to learn some of these things a few more times for it to
solidify.
Yeah, that I've had to learn some lessons a whole bunch.
I mean,
a lot. Okay, there's sometimes I've had to learn the same.
Very patient team.
Now our spirit guides, guardian angels, whatever you want to call them, are like, oh,
they're very patient.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this one again.
Let's do it again. And they have said, like, we'll do it as much as you need.
Yes.
Until you get it.
They
don't care. We'll do it a million times if you want to. We've got all day.
I don't want to, though. That's the thing. I don't want to. It's like I'm at this point now where I'm like, are we good? Can I stop at the lessons?
Well, and then they're like, are we good? It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's up to you if
you're
good.
Are you good? Yeah, you tell us. But yeah, so, and realizing that and understanding that helps me to move forward. And it helps me stop being angry, too. One, at the person or the situation, at myself.
Because you know that you played a role.
Yeah. Well, but it's like also understanding that I truly did make those decisions based on who I was at the time. And I truly thought at that time that was the best decision, even if it was like really dumb. Somehow in my messed up mind at the time, I thought that was the best decision.
100%.
Yep. And to forgive myself for that and thinking I really did what I thought was best, regardless of how I think that choice is now, because I'm not the same person. But yes. So, wow, that was a lot. But yeah.
We unpacked some things.
Yeah. So, and that's how I work through some of this stuff. So we are different, but the end result is similar.
But it still ties into self-awareness. It's seeing you, your role in it, and just how you can either not avoid it in the future or how you can close that chapter and grow from it. I think growth is the most important thing. Like no matter what anyone has ever gone through, is you can grow from it if you so choose.
Yes.
But you got to choose to grow.
Yes.
Like stagnancy is a choice.
Growth
It really is a choice. Safety is a choice. Stepping out of your comfort zone is a choice. All those things are choices, and some are comfy and some are not comfortable.
Most of them are not.
The growth ones aren't.
They aren't.
If you want to sit where you are, go for it. You know,
the only way forward is to go through. I don't know if I read that in a book, but the only way forward is through, and it's true. It's just it's through.
Like that ceiling you hit.
Yeah, you have to go through it, and for some people it's deep and emotional.
I go through it,
and for some people it's not. But you have to go through it regardless, because you got to come out the other side with understanding and realizations and forgiveness and compassion for yourself, for the other people, for everything.
And there is no shame if you want to walk away from something and not even touch it for a long time.
Mm-mm.
You do whatever works for you. And when you are naturally ready to address something, you will. And then the universe will actually match it. Because when you're ready for something to come up, it's going to start being mirrored everywhere around you. Big people will start to act like that one thing or that one person that you're trying to get over.
Triggers.
Man, it's going to be everywhere. Yeah. There's going to be hints and signs, and you are going to get it heavy. You'll know when you are ready. It's going to be inside. It's going to be in your vibrational energetic field, and you're going to attract things that match it.
Yes. So this is where awareness is key, because otherwise you're going to be like, my life sucks and nothing ever goes right.
Or why do I keep getting the same person? Why do I keep attracting the same people or the same problems or the same this or the same that? Because it's in your field, man. It's in there because you're still in it. But
I think one of the most important questions that you can ask yourself is why. And you brought that up. Why is the same thing happening to me over and over again? And when you start asking yourself why, you start to get answers, and you start digging deep, and you keep asking why until you kind of uncover what's at the core there. It's
you may not like what you see, though.
You're probably not going to. Or, you may be like, I understand now.
That takes age, though. Honestly, I think maybe it's why, because we're in our 40s, and me in my 20s, I wouldn't have given a shit. I don't care.
Nope. Yep.
But my kids are different. Them in their 20s are closer to how I was self-awareness wise in my 30s. They're, I won't say they're more advanced, but when it comes to just paying attention to life and who they are, maybe because of how we raised them,
could be
they're a different breed. I didn't care as a kid. I would just tromp over things and ignore things and push it aside, and then thought I would be good. It's never going to come back. Cause I didn't even know self-awareness was a thing.
No, but that has a lot to do with. Okay, our parents didn't know it was a thing either, so they didn't think to teach that to us. And even Dad had said to me when we were talking about boundaries one day, he's like, Tina, we didn't even know that was a thing. So we didn't understand it, so we couldn't teach you how to do it. So I didn't learn about boundaries until, I'm 46, until I was in my 40s. So
girl, yeah.
Or
the lack of our boundaries,
lack thereof. So I experienced many, many years of life where I didn't have boundaries, and the impact of that. So
Loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
Let everybody in.
Yeah.
Let them all in. Come on. I'll do whatever you want.
Codependency. All right.
Yay, fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes.
For us.
So anyways, this video is getting kind of long, so I do think we're going to have to close
We can ramble
this one
a bit.
out. Yes, we can. So did you want to leave with anything? No pressure.
Well, just to kind of recap, though. So we talk about the month of August and how this has been a big month of self-awareness, of old things coming up to be processed, and you process it however you see, please.
That's right.
However you want. There's no shame at all. Nope. Process it or don't, honestly. It's up to you. But if it comes up and you want to process it, you're not alone. We're processing shit too.
Yes,
and it's heavy, but we're sending you big hug, big hug, and so much love. We are doing it with you. So yeah, this month has been wild and crazy, but keep going. Don't give up. Let the stuff come up. Look at it. You're beautiful. You're perfect. You're amazing. There's nothing you have to change. And if I could add anything, is keep going.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yes.
It might, because we have one more eclipse to go, and that might be energetically kind of crazy. And so just take some time to yourself. Give yourself a bath. Really, self-care now is going to be really, really important.
Big, very big.
Be gentle with yourself.
Yes. Have compassion for yourself and forgiveness. We don't have to forgive everything and everybody in our lives, but forgiveness for yourself is going to be
first and foremost.
Yes, going to be important. We can't forget. There's that thing, forgive and forget. No, you're never really going to forget.
I don't think you ever do.
But forgiveness is going to be key. And, like Carrie said, just be gentle with yourself 100%. Give yourself patience. Healing takes time. And, you will have to heal things over and over again. It doesn't just happen.
Sorry.
I let that go. We're done. It's not one and done. It's usually, we're going to have to do this a few times.
That's a big misconception.
It is.
Like, I addressed it. It shouldn't, we've been doing this stuff for years when it comes to like ascension and awakening and healing. Mm-hmm. Things keep coming up, different layers of it, different flavors of it, but don't try not to be too disconcerted with that, but it'll keep coming up until it's really, really done in process. Yeah. And that's normal.
Yes. And we live in this microwave world where everybody wants things done right at the time that they do it. And
a microwave world?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard that?
I've never.
Yeah. It's like instant. We want things done and we want them done right now.
I kind of love that.
Yes. I don't know where I heard. I did not obviously coin that term, but somebody said that, and it's like, it's true. But it's unfortunate because nobody wants to do the work, and you're never going to move forward if you don't do the work. And I'm not saying y'all don't want to do it. I'm just saying I've been there.
You're worth it, though.
Yes.
You're worth the
100%.
work. 100%. Do the work.
Do the work.
The version of you in there, like, you're beautiful. You're worth the work. Take the time.
And if you don't know where to start, just send a message. We can help you get started in some way.
Can we?
Maybe.
We're doing it too, is what we're saying.
Right,
if anything, if you're just getting started in it, just feel. And don't be ashamed of what comes up. Allow your feelings to come up. It doesn't matter if they're hatred for yourself or someone else. Like, let these because emotions are telling you something. Just start to look at these emotions without shame. That's the biggest place to start, I think.
Yes,
accepting.
And one of the things I've been doing and I've been telling some of my clients about is, when you are going through some of this stuff, part of the letting go process, you might even have to visualize yourself physically letting it go, or releasing it. And, depending on what you believe in, you can give it to God, you can give it to source, you can give it to the earth. You
can put it in a box.
You can
put it in a box and set the box on fire.
Yeah. So whatever you need to do to physically get it out or mentally get it out.
Yeah. Visualize.
Not really physically. It's all these techniques help. So there's a lot of different ways to do the same thing.
We should do a video on that.
We should do a video on that. But we're going to close this one out. Thank you so much for listening to us ramble. We really appreciate it.
There's a lot going on, but we love you.
Yep.
We did it at the same time.